enough to at least be able to fight with them competently enough and stuff. But yeah, no, I definitely didn't. I like lost sleep from like not knowing how this is going to go for my little colony, especially since I can't save and reload. I like to save and reload and see, like, I call it re-rolling and stuff, because when you save and reload, you get a chance to like take on the battle again, right? Or the situation again. And sometimes the outcome is different, as in like the colonists that the game wants to kill are different, or like, you know, the people that you can take in a raid are different, or if like somebody has a mental break, for instance, you can save and slap them and then go back to, like, if they die, you can go back and try again. You know, I can't do that. And like, I'm not doing like a no pause situation, none of that shit. I could not do that. But like, if I could explain how like tense my stomach is, oh man. Like I get like I will hydrate, hold on. I also forgot to fill up my drink bottle before stream too, so that was a thing I forgot. But yeah, I usually around this time of year I'm more stressed in the financial stress situation, and I'm trying to redirect my focus to being stressed about a game. Because I don't stress the same way. It doesn't affect my Crohn's the same way. So, you know, it's good. But yeah, that's what's up at the moment for anybody that's new in and has never like heard of me before and stuff. Is my RimWorld is not usually very stressful. Like, I get battles that are like maybe 90 minutes long or something, but like they're not too stressful. Like, they're a finite space of time kind of thing. This is a week of something, mind you. I've toned down like a lot of the build-a-thon from like last year and stuff. We used to have all sorts of different stuff to add in and do and whatever, and I was playing a different game every single day last year, as opposed to this year it's all just RimWorld Rimconnect, and it was definitely fun. It was really fun, but it was a different kind of fun. I might end up putting like double beds in these rooms, honestly, because I kind of got the space for it. Like, if I put like one bedroom in this, I'll put two. If I want to, I could split them down the middle and we could have half diamonds. I could do them like up, down, or I could do them sideways, realistically. Either way, this will give us a whole bunch of specific bedrooms. That might turn that into a prisoner room. I don't know. We'll find out. Man, everybody is building so fast. I haven't even finished like allocating everybody's skills at the moment. This is fine. If I can get them to have their own... Whoop, that ain't the spot. If I can get everybody to have roughly their own bedroom, it's a lot better than if everybody's kind of sharing the same space. So, Keelon can come bunk up with me. I'll also put a cat bed up in there, Keelon, so it'll be right. Let's chuck you up there. Have I got any more beds at all? I thought I saw some drop before. Do we not bring them in? No, we brought them in. Okay. We might be out of storage space for the moment. That's fine. I love that they love that one book so much. It's great. Okay. For the moment, I might just put a couple of sleep spots around the place, and that will do us for a moment. I also don't know what's chewing over there, but I can hear something. Let's put all of those around there. That will give us beds, and she's still got that room for the moment, which is not ideal, but this will do for the minute. I think I had them further down. I love that people are just falling asleep places. Okay. So even if this was a shared barracks and everybody has a singular barracks, I could probably put the two night timers maybe in the same room and it wouldn't be such a problem. You will also have to get some animal beds around this place too at some point. I do have like the fur and shit to make it. That should do. Okay. First things first is we should probably allocate Chump in here, and then we should probably allocate Keelon And I don't have a preference yet for a pose, but I was kind of maybe going to put him into like potentially Viken or Shadow's room if I see them in here at some point. Just cause. And you are up to 13. Okay, we might get red eventually. They don't seem to hate us, although I'd love to give them some clothing. I don't know if I can force them to wear something, or if I put clothing in their space, if they would put it on. I don't think that they usually do. But I'm going to test that theory. Hold on. Let's put a little spot here. And let's clear everything. And let's say apparel. Can you have... I guess just apparel would work. If I got rid of this pile here, they might move it over into that. Honestly. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So if she wants to have some apparel, she might grab it. I doubt she will, but we'll see. And I should probably make these like fucking solid research rooms for the moment. I know I had this as like partially a rec room, but fuck that. Let's make something else. I might be able to fit that like that. That ain't quite what I wanted. Maybe. I don't really want that to be done like that, but if I push it up, they'll be too close. I can put like a thing in the corner. Okay, 4 of those would be fine for the minute. We want to probably shove that in here. Maybe just dead center like that. Fuck it, why not? I have batteries and shit. I see your paws moving, Viken. Also, to any of my mods, I think I said this earlier, but if any of my other mods have like wandered in since then or missed it earlier, you're welcome to do like polls and shit. Obviously, like preferably helpful polls, just so that we can like get the shit off the ground, but no obligations and shit. So I think we're good for food. We've got 89 food. I do want to do like floorings and crap, but it can wait for the moment. We've got wood surplus, we've got steel, I have silver. So we're definitely good for all that. And we look like we've got plenty of bedrooms. I actually kind of like this. I wanted to do something like this a long time ago, and I couldn't figure out for the fucking life of me how to make this shape. Like, realistically, I could make like the shape around this and I could just extend it up, because I do think that this should be equal. So if I was to keep pushing this downwards and keep pushing that upwards, it should actually line up. What's that? Is that beds? Oh, sick. We got more beds. Cool. I can get rid of all the floor beds. Let's get rid of those and let's get these installed. So I know that like the colonists do not necessarily like stone beds and stuff, but I know when you buy like beds, you get like random, as far as I know. So it's kind of whatever the game decides. I might turn these sideways later if I make this solid wall in between them as well. I'll rearrange some crap later. I've got time to fuss around, I guess. Move that there. And I think we've got actually just enough beds. Almost. We're missing like 1, but that's okay. We look like we've got basically the rest of them. I will kind of like move them down a bit. I'll wait till they're installed, then I'll shift them downwards. It kind of looks a bit better if they go downwards by 1. I do like the fact that when you move these and they have like a colonist name for it, they actually stay with it, because I don't really move stuff around much. Cool. Okay, so that's still sitting as a prison for the moment. I have a stonecutter's bench, which I know that the game doesn't super love it when I shove a lot of things into one space, but I could really do with a second one of them, and I need to move this. I guess we could shove this back in here technically for the moment. And these chairs, I don't know why they decided not to make fancy gold chairs. That would be why they decided not to make fancy gold chairs. What about plasteel? Somebody dropped me plasteel a while ago. I don't have enough plasteel for that either. Okay, wooden chairs it is. I was gonna say, I'm like, we have gold. Why aren't they making chairs? It's like, oh, it's a lot of gold. And we got like 6 beds before. Hey, Maury, welcome in. What are you up to? I don't think I have too many people for this, but it'd be right. What's happening? I'm doing a Billathon event for this week. So I'm playing RimWorld with Rimconnect for the whole week, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. and the idea is we're trying to build a colony and build a ship and defend it and try to get off world. That's what we're doing this week. So none of my usual stuff, unfortunately. My usual colony has got to wait for a week. But yeah, this event, any subs, any lurking, any chatting and stuff, it's all going towards keeping me distracted during a heavy bills time, and or potentially like making sure I can afford food and crap. So yeah, that's what we're up to. So I'm trying to manage a bunch of people that, like, I'm still trying to allocate this stuff. I'm used to a substantially larger colony, so I'm a little off kilter. We have summer apparently. Yeah, I'm kind of like trying to keep up with it because I haven't started a game in a really long time, and like my regular colony is well established and stuff. So I'm a little bit figuring it out as I go, kind of thing. So that's basically what's going on. This one doesn't have like a lot of skills. Hey Mako Mamau, what are you up to? I see you raiding in the post-raid raids. What are you up to? I don't want like a lot of people doing smithing and stuff, but yeah, basically if somebody has a skill, I'm making sure that they can fucking do something. Even if they're like relatively a low skill, doesn't matter. I'm just starting to make sure that anybody that can do shit. I do need guns though. We don't have a lot of weapons, and my people could definitely do with a bit of weapons, unfortunately. What else? Well, I think we're good for food. I think we're good for steel. I haven't got electricity up and running yet. Although, realistically, if I take this spot out, we can have electricity, which I might do. I might just get them to work on this little pocket here, because that should be about the size of a geothermal, and while it's not sealed, I don't think anybody can move past this. It's an impassable wall. So we should be okay, hopefully. And I can open up this area too. Also, how are we going for wild animals? Nothing of concern. I could take some boomalopes and shit. I have no reason to travel, so anything that's on this map is just technically food or resources. I have no real reason to stockpile. Actually, that's a good question. Guys, do I need chem fuel for the ship? Is that something I need? Like, I don't have any of the DLCs. I'm talking about the core game ship to get off world. Does that thing need chem fuel? Because if it does, I'll get some boomalopes roped up and stuff. Although I'll probably need a pen for that shit, I guess. I guess we could do it. Core ship? No. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't really recall it needing it, but I also, like I said, haven't really paid too much attention because I haven't needed to do the thing. I might leave this wall currently solid for the most part. Just so that I can kind of keep that enclosed, because I can make this a big old storage area. That's fine. Like a stockpile and stuff. Like I could make this basically like everything except for no rotted stuff. And I guess no real like corpses. What was that? Somebody lost a roof. We got 6 more beds. Nice. That should be more than enough for the moment. Let's go and get that installed. Like I could make these bedrooms extra. Is that a gold bedroom? That's a golden bed. Holy shit. Maybe I might want that one. What's mine? Mine's a steel bed. I might want that one. Let me just steal this one. Actually, is there one that's not installed? I didn't realize that there was a special bed in the pile. It's excellent. I get better sleep that way. A wooden bed or a pretty bed. I could give Keelon the excellent bed. They could have a good night's sleep. And I could have the shiny bed, maybe. Maybe we do that. Okay, let's take these out and let me steal this. This'll be... Where the fuck am I in here? This'll be mine. And we're gonna... Essentially, we're gonna move it up to here. And this hasn't been moved or anything, so this is fine. Where was that excellent? we'll install that in here. I can't allocate that just yet, but this is fine. So, okay. And I need to install an extra bed. Technically, I think I've got that one allocated, and I'll put that one there for the moment because it will get installed later. So yeah, I think if I wanted to like rotate these rooms, or if I had made them like one square bigger overall, I maybe could have like quartered them maybe and fit 4 individual beds. I could do that. I could make them one square larger overall. Oh, what does that look like? What does it look like if I do that to them? I take it down by like 1. Because it wouldn't be too much of a problem. The only problem would be how the fuck to get into the room. Because if I quartered them, I have to either do that diagonally, which would come up through here and up through that. That would give you a 5 squared room with a door. That would be fucking interesting, but I don't think these things quite count as the most solid lines. You guys could probably know this a bit better than me because like I normally do like solid double lines on everything, but I'm pretty sure that like a wall like this counts as a, like if you look at like just these 3 dots, right, sectioning off this room, that would count as its own room, right? But as far as I understand with RimWorld is that the temperature and shit seeps through, and if you have like prisoners and stuff, they do tend to count it as like a room, like a barracks kind of thing. But fucking correct me if I'm wrong, because like I haven't built shit for like a hot minute, so like let me know. But yeah, I could definitely make that 1 block wider because that would only go up to there and to there, which would allow us to be roughly about a 2 block in between, which would still be passable and possibly even defendable. But it would immediately give me, instead of 10-ish, well, 10 bedrooms with 20 beds, it would give me, I think like 40 bedrooms, 40 beds. Not too sure now that you mention it. Yeah, I've never really like fact checked it. I've always just double walled shit, you know? Hey Spectre, what are you up to? Yeah, fuck it, let's give them big old extra bedrooms, right? I'll take out the inner wall in a hot minute when I get to it. Why, I didn't realize I got rid of that, but that's fine. So I'll make them all bigger, which will get us a look at how big these rooms are gonna get. And then that will immediately allow me to allocate up to about 40 odd colonists, which I don't really foresee having 40 plus in this, but if it happens, I'll be prepared for it, so it'd be fine. And Nishan is having a food binge, so it's fine. It's actually Nitshun. Yeah, that's probably close. So I have butchered it in every possible way. Yeah, I'm terrible with names. And look, if anybody's come in and I've like fucked up your name, please don't take that personally. I know how it feels. Like Aprillic, I get like all kinds of shit, but like, yeah, I'm not purposely like saying your name wrong. I'm just like terrible at comprehension, so it's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine, you know. Plus, all these people that can do building. I also don't think I've fully allocated every colonist yet. I think I've still got like 5-ish more maybe to go. Well, at least you like find the humor in it. This is almost done. Once I've basically got this down, somebody's eating something. Oh, it's a rat. I was going to say, I'm like, where the fuck is this noise? I guess my cats are feeding themselves. Rightly so, I don't have meat. So, I guess I don't have meat for the dog and cats at the moment. I mean, there's a little trianth, the raccoon right there. I also haven't caught one of these trees growing when I've been like in front of it before. It's really interesting. Actually, no, I can confirm that it's still windy outside. I can hear my like fence failing to exist, which is interesting. It's very hot. There we go. Okay, so that's the shape it's going to be. I'll take out the inner 1 bit of wall later. Speaking of walls, I need to get rid of this bullshit while I can. I've got 4 research benches. I do need electricity. So what if I drag down... Hold on. What was that? 100 beefs. Oh, nice. I love that it's like 100 beefs. Cool. Okay, well, my animals will definitely get on that. And I don't have a bench there, but I do have spots here that can go. So that works. That works fine. I'm getting rid of this wall, which I should probably remove the roof of this, because I know what my people are going to do. They're going to walk up to this and be like, oh my god, I can be crushed. So we'll get rid of that and get some hidden wires coming out from here. I don't know how far I want to take it down, but what is that, 29 and 29? I don't know why, but that's what we're going to do. And I've got to move, probably got to connect this bullshit over to there, which means I'm going to need a proper wall. And I don't know about the bedrooms. Maybe we get fancy and they get lights in there. Main thing is we need lights in here so that they can do research. So I want to get a couple of thingies working on that. Speaking of, I need to research a fucking geothermal, I guess. Where are those in here? That's something I didn't even think about. Where the fuck is the geothermal in this? There it is. Ooh, that's a bit of a distance. I mean, we're researching pemmican at the moment. Alright, I'm gonna need some people that can fucking do some research, I guess. I guess I'm gonna have to allocate that up a bit. Some warts rotting in storage because I don't have it cold, but I'm working on it. I'll keep the batteries over here because the Go Kaboom, at least it's undercover. That will have a geothermal thing on it eventually. So until we can get that, I guess I could do like wood fire stuff. I guess if I have chem fuel, I could have the, well, if I have boomalopes, I could have chem fuel. So what I was kind of more so thinking is if I grab, where is one of these things? Kind of need it to go across here so I can see it clearly. There we go. Fucking good enough. Power, wind turbines. So I could do it along the line itself there, which would connect up. I guess we could do that. And then I can make a straight ass line of electricity or whatever. How many did I fucking put in? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot. That's a lot for a small colony, but it's fine. I will probably use it at some point. Maybe. I don't know how good this base design is for fucking keeping it protected. Who knows? But it's what's happening. So let's get rid of all that. Let's get rid of that. Now, I do want invisible power line to basically yeet across this. I don't know if I want this to be connected on both sides, to be honest. Probably not. Fuck it. Sure, why not? It can reach. Cool. So that will give us power. I do not need that much power, to be honest. Let's stop the furthest ones from getting made. Even if they make just 4, that will be more than enough, as long as it can come up and it can connect to some shit. Let us get rid of this wall so that we can at least bring actual electricity into wall. I know I could be using normal cable and shit to bring it in here. This is fine. It's fine for the minute. I have a lot of steel too, so it's not like I'm like strapped for steel, you know. And I definitely don't want it to connect at this time. I didn't realize I was going to do a bilateral fucking power source on this colony, but I guess that's what's happening. I just need 1 more battery and then it can be perfectly even. Also, once these walls are gone, I will probably section out this grow space a little bit better. Let us shove that over there instead and remove this. And let's get rid of that and that. What else we got? Show me that grow space for a hot second. Oh god, flashbang. I'm so sorry, people. That's so bright. I wasn't expecting brightness. What was that? That sounds like something landing. Is that a battery? Fuck yeah. Hold on. Why can't I extend you? Expand zone. Is it? Ah, that. Okay, hold on. Get the fuck out of the way, mate. Let's get this. Not all of the grow room. Not that thing. This thing. There we go. That's the thing. Alright, let's get that connected and that connected. This will connect down in a little bit. I'll come back to grow room in a second. Get that battery. The hell was that? Oh, more food. Nice. They really do need that. Because, like, I don't have a food source as yet. So, if I'm dropping batteries places, they probably fucking think that they're ugly as piss. So, fuck it, we're going to put it in here for the moment because this will give us 2 battery system. And you can sit that in there, and for the moment, she's kind of in the way. So, that one's going to have to wait a minute to move over. But I need lights as well. Power, furniture, let's see. I could do like torches and shit. 15 versus 20, I guess we're doing these ones. And we probably gonna do a few of these, honestly. At least get this room bright as fuck. About as bright as fuck as we can get it, you know? Should be good. I will have to marry up the... what do you call it? The electricals to the top as well at some point. But this is fine. Okay. Do that for the moment. They'll at least get some power up and through this place, which should brighten it up. I've got 4 benches and I have basically everybody's kind of constructing stuff at the moment. I'm gonna increase the rate of somebody that wants to research things. Nichlan is having another tantrum. I don't know what you're gonna go break, but you're off to break something. The wall. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about that. Let's see. Who else can we do what with at the moment? I could allocate that stuff. They could be building this shit. And I do need to allocate people that can actually do shit. So if you can do researching, fuck it, you're coming over to do researching. I'll tell you that much. Hey, Celestial Lane. Welcome in. It's a late raid. What are you up to? I'm gonna try to allocate the fuck out of anybody that can do research, honestly. I don't really need more people that can do smithing. I kind of think that I've got like a couple of people that can do smithing for the most part. And most of my... I love that I have somebody lower skilled that's got it. I'm like, you don't need to really be doing that. I don't really need people to be doing crafting at the moment. If they got like 9, that's great, but I don't really need them on that. Hunting and... I guess we're going to have to do cooking soon, hey? That's a whole thing in itself, isn't it? I have a few people that can do wardening. I do need people that can do cooking at some point, but that's not... I don't think it's your highest skill, honestly. You can really do fucking some construction, which is good because we have a lot of construction shit in here. And I don't really want these to be higher than 2, I'll be honest. So, let's get you there. I didn't allocate that. But you can do researching. Pretty much most of them will probably allocate to do like cleaning before they do that. But with this many people already, I don't really have to worry about that. And there are a couple of people that are only going to do cleaning. So I really don't have to worry as much. What other skills have you got? You got like a 7 on hunting. I will have to make them weapons at some point, I think. You can do growing and mining. I don't really want you to do mining. We will do mining at some point, but not right now. And some of these I'm not even looking at because I'm like, I already know they've got enough skills, but you have like a high research. And I'd kind of rather you do high research instead of doing cleaning. So if we don't have plants to do stuff with, we don't have prisoners, they should want to go and do stuff like that. Let's see, handling. Handling's pretty high up there. Cooking's high up there. Yeah, hunting. I mean, if they've got it available, they can do it. At some point, this is gonna, like, I'm not gonna, like, meddle with these first ones. Like, I'm not gonna go back and fix them, I don't think. But I'm just saying, like, anybody else that I get in, I can actually probably start allocating them a bit better soon. So you've got, what, cooking and handling. I don't really have a lot of animals. If you want to go do hunting, you're in a food binge, that's fine. Let's see, got 7. Got another cook. another person that wants to do growing. Well, I don't have anything for you guys to work on just yet.